Hi there, Batman fans. MVious Cosplay here today, and today we're going to take a look at the DC Direct 1/6 scale figure from The Dark Knight. This is a pretty old figure. Um, I ordered this off eBay. It's used, of course, because it is old, um, and it's old. 1/6 scale figure technology has definitely advanced ever since this was originally released, but the Hot Toys Christian Bale Batman figure from The Dark Knight, trying to find a pre-owned one is way out of my budget range, so I saved up a bit and I got a really good deal on this figure. Um, it comes with all of its accessories. There's some damage on the box right here. Of course, I'm not going to bother opening the flap because I don't want to ruin the surprise if you had never seen this figure before. There's a little read up here on the box, so if you do want to read that, go ahead and pause the video. And without further ado, let's check out Batman. And here we have Batman out of the packaging, and despite this being an old figure, it looks great. The face sculpt looks pretty good to be... Yeah, it looks pretty okay. The sculpt, of course, so that's that. The torso, of course, is a bit too wide. He looks a bit puffy. Of course, this was before the Hot Toys version did come out, so I'm going to be a bit more lenient on this. This was early 1/6 scale figure. Oh, a weird thing about this figure. The box says 1/6 scale, so 1/6 scale is supposed to be about 12 inches tall. This figure is approximately 14 inches tall, including the bat ears. So he is out of scale with my Play Imaginative Superman, my SW Toys Joker, and Hot Toys Suicide Squad Joker. So unfortunately, I will need to hunt down the DC Direct 1/6 scale Heath Ledger Joker just so that this guy can be complete and to scale with something. So that's a bit of a downer, but hey, this was um, early 2010s, I think, when this figure came out. So moving on, before we get to the articulation of this figure, let's go over the accessories. Firstly, he comes with a certificate of authenticity. So just has a little read up of the movie as well as a figure shot. So that's that. Comes with two pairs of hands. On the figure right now is a pair of fists and a pair of posable hands here. So these are rubberized hands. This is a bit tough to do. There we go. So each of these fingers are articulated. They are on wires, and you could pose the fingers. I'm not going to be using these as much because I don't want to wear out the rubber inside. And then once that rubber is broken, the wires will be exposed. So there's that. But for the sake of this review, I will be using these. Comes with his grapnel gun. Really nice paintwork, especially for the time this figure had come out. Comes with two kinds of batarangs. One medium-sized batarang here. And this is a little gripe I had with the Christian Bale Batman movie. He only used a batarang once. I mean, come on. Even though some people have their faults with Ben Affleck's Batman, at least Ben Affleck Batman used his gadgets. And then he comes with three smaller ones. Three tiny batarangs. Yep. Same as the bigger one, just smaller. He comes with a phone of sorts. I'm not sure when he used this in the film. I'm gonna assume this is like the remote control for the tumbler. So I'm just assuming. So I'm not sure. I don't recall that being in the movie. Put the belt down. He does come with a pneumatic wrangler used in the beginning of the movie to try to break open the getaway van that Scarecrow is using. It does come with a hinging action, so it's like a vice grip pretty much. I haven't even tried putting this on the figure, to be honest, so I'm not even sure how I would be able to. But, oh, right, okay. I'll go more into this later. I really do wish he did come with a sticky bomb gun instead of this, because when Batman used this in the movie, he wasn't wearing this suit. He was wearing the one he did in the previous film, Batman Begins. But this is a nice inclusion, but I just wish that the accessory was the sticky bomb gun. Lastly, he comes with a display stand. Pretty basic. There it says the Dark Knight in a matte finish, and then the Bat logo is also matte finish. Well, yeah, it's matte, so pretty nice. Does come with a adjustable cradle here. It's just notched, and to adjust it, you just press this button here, slide it up and down. But I think the best setting would be about 4 notches down. Yeah, about 4. Alrighty, moving on to the articulation. So, excuse me here, I'm just gonna bring everything a bit closer. Okay, starting off with the articulation, we'll go over the head. He can look left to right pretty well. He cannot really look up and down, which is hilarious to me because, well, he can have a little bit of a nod, but he can mostly tilt his head down pretty much. It's pretty funny to me because, oh, there we go. Oh, now the figure can do it when I'm actually having it on camera. So there is that. He can look that much up and then this far down. Oh, I left out the cape on the accessory section. So the cape is pretty nice. It is a wired cape. The wire runs all the way from the shoulders all the way down to the tips here. So that's nice. Inside is a satin material, while the exterior is a velvet material. So if you do have this figure or want to hunt it down, be sure to clean it. When I did get it, it was really, really, really dusty. So be mindful of that. The shoulders, they don't really pivot in or out, but the arms can go this far up, but due to the constraints of the fabric material of the suit, as well as the rubber pieces here on the armor, it does hinder it. You get a bit of a bicep swivel. You get also not really much elbow bend because of the suit material. The wrists are on a simple ball joint here. The waist is pretty interesting. Here we go. He can look down. He can pretty much crunch that much, and he can tilt his body back this far. Not really though, but because of the suit, it will pretty much bring it back. See what I mean? But in terms of waist articulation, he can look this. He can only rotate this much. The legs can go this far out, but due to the suit, not really. He can bring out his legs this far, which is pretty good for the suit having so much restrictions. The legs can go not much back. Has a pretty decent knee bend, a little over 90 degrees, and no boot swivel or anything. Alrighty, so just to demonstrate the hands, you can just pop this off. Let's put the right hand in. And if you're gonna try to put the hands in, you're gonna need to pretty much like squeeze them into the wrist here. And if you want them to be secure, just move the cuff of the suit down a bit so that it's a bit more secure. So he has a more posable hand and he could actually use the accessories. So let's try this out. This is my first time trying this, so it's gonna be a bit awkward here. This is really tough to do on camera. So just loop the finger in there and then bend the fingers in. There's that. And what is odd is that the wire does not go all the way to the end of the index finger, so the fingertip is just loose. So now Batman has his grapnel gun. I might track down the Batman Begins suit figure of this as well. In complete honesty, I'm more of a fan of the Batman Begins suit than this, because at least the bat symbol is a bit bigger. I'm more of a fan of Batman having taller ears and a bigger bat logo on the chest. So that's him with the grapnel gun. Let's remove that. Let's have him hold the... Oh, also, on the back of the belt, you can also holster the grapnel gun here. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing this too, so I'm trying to figure out where things go. I'm guessing it goes on like this. Not too sure. Oh, here we go. There's a peg here that you can squeeze onto. It's a softer plastic. And you could put the... I'm guessing it's the Batmobile control, so they could do the drone mode, but don't quote me on that. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. So, the whole belt is a soft plastic. So you could pretty much squeeze the remote control there. This is probably going to fall off because it feels more secure on the bottom, not the top. But I might have it upside down. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So I did have it upside down. So that goes there. In terms of this little hook, I do not know, but I'm going to assume it's for the batarangs? No, that's not it. Or is it for this? I don't know. This is just really odd. Yeah, I don't know what this hook is for. I think it's another option to hold the grapnel gun. So we'll put that there. Alrighty. So with the batarangs, let's try the bigger one. So let's try to have Batman in that pose on that one poster of him holding the batarang up. Alrighty. There's that. Let's have the batarang out here like so. Alright. Come on, Bruce, bend the fingers. There we go. Not too bad. Oh, there we go. There's that. Bend the arm here. And not too bad of a pose. He's a bit unstable. There we go. That is a very nice shot, I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty, now the tricky thing. The tricky accessory, which is the pneumatic wrangler. Oh, sorry about that. I just hit the tripod a bit. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna assume is that we're gonna need to remove this and this here. Whoa, don't want to knock down the backdrop. Let's have the arm out like so. This opens. Yeah, I think this accessory is gonna go really good with the Batman Begins figure. I'm gonna just need to track it down. That's the main thing. Especially with this figure being pretty old. Does it go on like this? Wait, no, it would have to go this way because the hand is supposed to go that way. Alrighty, so this here and here. Okay, a little bit. I'm almost there. So that's that. This here. Ugh. You know what? Forget it. I'm getting frustrated already. I'm not gonna use this at all. Once I get the Batman Begins figure, I will try to do it with that one. But not this figure, because he didn't even use it for this suit. Alrighty, so let's put the fist back there. Alright, there we go. So there's that. And that about does it for this review. This is probably one of the longest reviews I've done for a figure. Even more so, a 1/6 scale figure. Now, I could be wrong. I think my Play Imaginative Superman figure is probably one of my longest videos. But I really do like this figure. Despite its age, it does a pretty decent job. The face sculpt is good enough to be really close to Christian Bale. The articulation, although it's limited, it looks good. Well, it does a pretty decent job. The suit's really good. I'm surprised that the rubber pieces have not started deteriorating or breaking or anything like that. Accessories, this thing, oh my gosh. The posable hands are pretty good, but I'm not going to really be posing Batman that much with these because the rubber might deteriorate. So, and compared to these, this is hard plastic, but this is rubber. The Batarangs I will not be using because they're tiny and I don't want to lose them. But my biggest gripe is that this figure is too big to be 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale is approximately 12 inches tall. This is, like I said, it's almost 14 inches tall. So if you do have the funds to go get the Hot Toys Batman Dark Knight figure, go ahead. I do not, so I settled for something else. But I'm just glad I have a good, decent figure to represent one of the best Batman movies ever. So that's that. Alright guys, this has been MVious Cosplay. I'll see you guys at the next review.